Hey guys, it's Angry Mom Claudia here, coming back at you with one of the weirdest things that's happened to me on eBay since I started selling. Can you guys guess why this Rafa Pro Cycling jersey sold for 6 times in the last 3 days? I'll give you a second. You think about it? You thinking about it? If you said scammers, you would be right. I don't know what happened. This has been sitting in my death pile for well over 8 months. This is part of my first pallet purchase with all the cycling gear and all of the athletic wear, and I finally got to listing it. I've been culling through that death room that I have accumulated, and this was one of the things on the clothing rack. So I went in, I decided to, I would make a strong effort to go through all these items and get them listed. So I have been on a listing kind of tear lately, and this was one of the items that went up yesterday, and within 15 minutes it's sold. I decided to bring it up a little bit because doing my research, I found out that Rafa Pro Team cycling gear resells for or sells for very high. So I decided that I was going to price it at $189, leaving room for offers, but still to make a really good profit. And as a reminder, everything that came out of that first pallet was $2.87. So all I have into this is $2.87. I've sold over 75% of that pallet. This is one of the kind of my stragglers, but everything still is selling for a good profit. So for $2.87, I listed this thing for $189. So I was really anticipating a very good profit, still leaving room for negotiations, and I included free shipping. So I accepted an offer 15 minutes after listing for $120. I thought that was a great offer, and I looked at the feedback for the customer. They didn't have feedback, but I thought, you know, everybody starts someplace. Let me accept. It's a great offer. The person then did not pay. I sent the invoice, and then within 12 hours, eBay emailed me to tell me that they had canceled the order because they suspected it was a suspicious account, and to protect me, they said not to send the item and that they were canceling the order. So I relisted the item, and again, within 30 minutes, the item sold again. Somebody offered me $120 again from Texas. I countered back at $189 actual listing price, and it sold within 30 seconds of me sending that counter offer. The person again did not pay. It got canceled again, and the cycle repeated itself 5 or 4 more times. I was looking up the person's feedback every time, and they did actually have feedback the last several times they purchased. So I didn't understand how somebody who had feedback then could be, you know, a scammer. So I decided that I would cancel. Oh no, I didn't cancel it. It was canceled by eBay. I relisted it, and then I got an offer within 6 hours from somebody in California. So here's where it gets a little funny. So I sent the invoice, and then 12 hours later, the person didn't respond and did not pay for the invoice. The invoice was, he was supposed to pay $120 plus tax. So I emailed him or messaged him through eBay, and I said, are you going to pay for this jersey, or are you a scammer? Just my frustration had built up so much that I sent this email without really even thinking about it. And looking back at it, it was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever done. So today, so I didn't hear back from that gentleman. So I canceled that order myself because I felt like he was a scammer, and I didn't even want to deal with it. I canceled the order and relisted the item, and then somebody offered me 6 hours later, somebody else offered me $155 for it, from a different part of the country, not the same areas in the country. So I looked at the feedback. I it was a lot more feedback, over 500 feedback, and I decided that I would accept the offer and require immediate payment and sent the invoice. And he paid the invoice within 1 hour. So I breathed a sigh of relief, but I did insure the package and paid the extra to do it. So I'm a little fearful still that he's going to claim that he didn't receive it, but eBay has been backing me, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this jersey gets delivered to the rightful owner and I'm able to get my money back. So I don't get the scam. I don't know if it's somebody who had the same jersey as me and then just didn't want me to sell mine. But this is a bolo for you. If you see Rapha, R-A-P-H-A, cycling jerseys or accessories, pick them up because they are definitely a high reselling or a high selling item. And I'm glad that I finally went through that death pile. And if it teaches you anything, it's to go through your death pile, because I listed this item, and even though I had kind of 5 failed sales, really 4, the 5th one was my own fault for assuming that he was a scammer. But even though I had all these issues, that item sold really quickly for a very good profit of $155. I paid the shipping on it, and as I also paid for the insurance. So it costs me a total of almost $8 with the shipping label and the extra insurance on it. So I'm happy I did that today. We're going to just get this to where it needs to get. And it's a good profit on a $2.87 item. And, you know, I kind of chuckled. I did reply to that gentleman from California, and I did apologize to him profusely and just let him know what the situation was, that item had been sold 6 times in 3 days. Ridiculous. Scammers are ridiculous. So, yeah, I don't get what they get out of purchasing my item several times. In the span of, I think, 36 hours, they bought it 4 times. So I don't know what they get out of that, but they didn't get my item. They didn't get anything more than a cancellation from eBay. So that's it for me for now. And that's my Rapha men's cycling jersey story. Why? Why bother me? All right, guys, thanks so much. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you back with another one.